Bryce Meredith from Wyoming just capped off a crazy weekend, knocking off #1 Dean Heil. Talk about what that felt like because you finally got a win against him.
I mean, I've kind of wrestled him the same way every single time. I've been really careless with my posts, and that's what he wants, is those post high crotches. This time I just told myself all day long today, don't post too much, don't post too much. If you post and get ready to down block, and it just ended up working out for me this time. But I still didn't get a takedown on him, which really hurts. I need to be able to get takedowns on him to win. You're not always going to be able to win in rideouts. So, I mean, other than that, it's fantastic. Nobody cares about all that shit, but, but yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, especially in front of everybody. The whole crowd of Cheyenne came out, and they really supported me. And, gosh, I mean, my life's just amazing. Not even counting the wrestling, just everything. And this really shows it. The family, the support, everything that will carry on with this, because I mean, quite frankly, a win goes away pretty quick. I already kind of forgot about Reno. And so, I mean, that's why I'm just so blessed to have all this. My coaches, my team really put on today. We should have won that duel. We really should have, and that's a bummer that we let that one slip, because that would have been, I mean, that would have just been the greatest week ever on top of everything. So I'm a little bummed about that, but overall, man, who cares about the wins and losses? I came out here and put it all on the mat and put on for my family and friends, and that's awesome.
What was going through your mind when it went to overtime?
I knew I could break him, honestly. I've been in these hard matches this week. I'm mentally prepared to go for that 7 minutes, and you know, we're getting later in the season. I mean, I remember just in December 1st and 2nd in Vegas, I felt way more out of shape than I am now. So just mentally, I'm ready to grind out a whole match. And when I got out there, I was like, this is it. Like, you're gonna beat him. Like, because I just knew I could break him. He was pretty tired. You know, he hasn't been grinding quite like I have this last week. So, I mean, that's just great to get out.
At what point did you feel like you had that match won?
After he didn't get a quick takedown at the end of the second period. Because I'm winning this match. Because that's how every match has gone almost. He gets a takedown with short time left or whatever, and I almost gave it up again. So I was really getting mad at myself when I ended back up in that position off my shot. I didn't want to end up in that fountain position at all. But I'm glad I ended up fighting it off well. Yeah, I mean, it kind of hurt my leg a little bit, but it was worth it.
Bryce, you mentioned, hadn't been grinding as much as you this week. So you knocked off 5, 2, 1 in the last 3 days?
Yeah.
Talk about that. That's a crazy sequence.
To be honest, man, that was the demon I was trying to fight. This coming into this duel is like, I had a tough weekend. And I was like, man, like, you just had 5 matches, you had to travel, wake up at 4 a.m. and travel. So that was my demon, honestly. That was the one that was my self-doubt demon. And once I got out on the mat and when I was warming up today, I felt great. So I was like, that demon went away. And I was very thankful for that, because I was fighting that battle. So I'm glad that I got through it and came out here, and I was ready to fight. I mean, I'm always ready to fight, though. I'm not the best wrestler. I'm really not. I do get out of position a lot. I post a lot. I do a lot of things you shouldn't do. But I truly feel like I have more heart and more grit than a lot of people. And I think I've shown that this weekend with rideouts on some of the best people in the country. And even in overtimes, rideouts are crazy hard when everybody's so sweaty and you're tired too. So I really just showed my heart there. And I mean, you can see the crowd and stuff. They're the ones that raised me to be like that. Just a very tough state to be from, and man, it's a good feeling.
The crowd turned out, man. Over 2,500 people in this gym. I talked with the sports information guys. They said there's no all-time list, but it's got to be up there. Talk about that. Could you feel them out there?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I had to kind of shut it off, because people would just be like, Bryce, and try to say hi to me and stuff. And I'm like, hey, not right now. Like, I'll talk to you guys afterwards. So. As much as it helps you, it kind of hurts you too, because you have a lot of that pressure. People coming up wanting to have a conversation with me an hour before I wrestle. I'm like, not right now. But overall, it was great, man. It was so awesome. I was just so electric. Like, you know what I mean? I wish I could just stay out there and just like soak it in more, but it just kind of looks dumb if you're just standing out there for too long. So I try to soak it in as much as I can, because I'll never get anything like this ever in my life again. This is my last year of college wrestling, and quite frankly, even if I wrestle international, which I mean I will, but you're not going to have anything like this. So I'm glad to get that done in December. It's a great feeling.
What's it mean to do what you did tonight in your hometown?
I just feel like I've always could do this for the city, and to do it in front of them is awesome. I wish I could have done it at Madison Square Garden, of course, so we didn't have to wait till my senior year to get the first one. But I mean, I still have to wrestle them 2 more times. So as much as I love this, and I'm so glad to give it to the city. It's only 1/3 of the battle so far. I'm probably gonna have to wrestle him 2 more times, so I'm ready for that. I'm not gonna hang my hat on this, even though it's a great feeling. And I mean, he took a national title away from me. You know, there's no guarantee through health or anything that you'll ever get back there. You know, you never know. So him taking that national title from me, it hurts. And now I got it in front of my home crowd. And I know they're all proud. So I'm just thankful that I could give that to them.
Sam, Branson,
Jeez.
Montori, all be highly ranked All-Americans. Man, what was the pre-match talk like for you guys to come out here and do that?
Honestly, I can't even tell you what clicked, but something clicked today. And I don't know if it's coming here and getting in a different atmosphere and wanting to put on for new people, or you know, as simple as they're just from Oklahoma State. That doesn't mean that much. It really doesn't. I mean, I want to say that to all these kids too that are making college decisions. You don't have to go to the best school in the country. You really don't. You don't want to be JV your whole life. So quit being dumb and going to all the big schools. These little schools will produce. You have practice partners that will whoop your butt. You have coaches that are All-American national champs. And I mean, I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but that's truly what I want to tell all high school kids. Because you see kids as Ohio State, Penn State, Oklahoma State, and it's like, guys, come on, man. Like, you're really going to be JV until your senior year, and maybe have 1 year to do it. And you can't do that, you know. So go to a different school. Go where there's money, you know. Be a man and have more money on your belt, so your parents don't have to support you as much. And yeah, I don't even know what the question was, but I just wanted to say that it's because they're not that much better than us. They're not superhuman. They bleed just like all of us, you know. So I think that was kind of said a little bit. Is don't be scared of them. Don't be scared, because a lot of people get very intimidated by the big singlets, the big schools, and I mean, I've always done a good job at not getting intimidated, but a lot of people do. So to have those 4 guys get over that hump, because I mean, that's a hump that they just got over, is great, and I really hope it just goes off after the Christmas break.
Like David mentioned, you had a great weekend, 5-2-1. Where's your confidence at right now?
It's pretty high. I mean, it's always kind of high, honestly. I walk around with a lot of confidence, and as much as it's a false confidence, sometimes it's very real. I train very hard, and I put a lot of work in, and you know, sometimes I think I train too hard. I don't train like a lot. Everybody's like, "Oh, you do extra? What extra do you do?" It's like, it's not extra. Be purposeful in all your training, and it'll be enough if you're very purposeful. So my confidence is always there, but obviously this helps. Obviously, I mean, that was pretty much a national tournament right there. Quarterfinal, semifinal, national championship, and that's in December. And like I said, it's only December, so it doesn't matter, but it does. And it's great to finally get those wins on my belt.
Took a tough loss to Yanni,
Yeah.
Cliff Keen. You mentioned your conditioning. Is that what the difference has been?
Yeah, I mean, that was my 4th match of the year. You know, I had surgery over summertime, and that was my 4th match. So and everybody knows I get going more and more as the season goes on. My confidence builds. I get my timing right, and everything just builds on that. So I mean, not taking anything away from him. He did a great job, but you know, it's early. That was my 4th match of the year. My arms were just dead after that ride out, because that was the first time I really put a hard ride on somebody, and it showed. But so that's why I got to keep training and being purposeful in my training, and good things happen, and it will continue to happen, and we still have 2.5 months of training, so I'm excited for that.
Thanks, Bryce.
Thank you.